gonna make a dirt hole here. You see the wind is blowing across the 2-track. Also, we're in a saddle where the 2-track comes down and goes back up. You got a ravine that way and a dry wash that goes off there. Coyotes are working this draw right here, crossing over. So we're gonna make a dirt hole, and I'm gonna put bait in this. One thing about bait, you may have heard or listened to one of my clips before where I talk about why I usually don't use bait. When I do use bait, there's usually 2 reasons why. One is it's gonna get really cold, temperature's gonna drop into the teens. All your predators, they have to eat when it gets cold. So this gives them just a free meal to come by, and they think it's just a quick free meal. So I'm gonna have this set ready for them when this temperatures drop here in a couple days. So I'm gonna make this dirt hole right here up against this clump of grass. Couple little things here before I even get started. See how the wind's blowing this grass? Well, a coyote comes up here, he doesn't want this blowing into his face, okay? So take some of that stuff that might be blowing and just pull that out so that doesn't blow into his face when he gets in here to smell this bait and goes to digging. So clear out some of these little twigs, just give him a nice clean place to come in here to this dirt hole. Again, I'm gonna dig the hole first, so I'm gonna dig it up underneath the edge of this clump of grass. He has to work it from this side to get here, so it's on the side of the trail. Now a dirt hole, you want it fairly deep. If you can get it 8 to 10 inches deep, good. Some ground's a lot harder than others. You may not be able to get it that deep. But what you don't want is for the cow to come up here and this hole's only a couple inches deep, and real quick of the paw, he throws the bait out here and you don't get a good enough chance to catch him. So you want it deep enough to where he's gonna have to shift his feet when he goes to digging and reach down in there and put his weight on the other front paw. So the deeper you can get that, the better. Now on trap placement for a dirt hole, I am generally, and you're gonna get a bunch of different people's ideals and methods, okay? Me, on a dirt hole, I put it dead center from the way I'm expecting the wind to come. And the reason why is if you've ever seen a dog dig, same thing as a coyote. When they dig, when they come up here and step, they're gonna be standing like this. But when they go to dig, you notice how they can't stand, they're gonna lean a little bit. So that, for him to get centered in, he's gonna put that paw and he's gonna lean on it. It's gonna be a little bit tilted. So he reaches in here and digs. So generally I like to put mine dead center. If you wanna put it off to the side 3 or 4 inches, by all means go ahead. I know a lot of people that do, and they catch plenty of coyotes as well. It's what you get comfortable doing and what you have the most confidence in. Now on a type of trap, there's 20 different brands of traps out there. So just buy a few that you like. I like the M-Beast brand traps. It's a Minnesota brand. I like those. Like I said, just take your pick and see what you like. This is a 550. It's about a 5.5 inch size trap, and it'll catch any of your predators that you need to catch. Now one thing on a trap before I bury this, you got a K9, he's digging, okay? You got a pretty good gap here, 4 to 6 inches maybe, but what I want to cover is the dog. This part right here that goes over the jaw and holds the jaw down with the pan, okay? I always put my dog towards the hole. The reason why, on a loose jaw trap, if you turn this towards the hole and he happens to catch that with his toenails, he flips that trap, then you'll be out of commission. No chance of catching him. This, as long as it's bedded solid, he won't be able to flip this out as easy if he catches it. So just a little tip there to which way to turn that trap and why. Again, always make sure this is bedded solid and packed in around the edges. 2 reasons to really pack it in. That's to keep that trap from moving. Also, all this ground is hard. A coyote can tell the difference when he gets up here and his toes hit some soft dirt. So you want to make that even. You want his next step that he feels to be soft dirt, he doesn't have a chance because he's already going to be putting his weight on that pan. So pack all this dirt around here. Some people even pack around the inside of the jaws. I don't, but I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. Now one of the other differences between a dirt hole and a flat set, you ever seen a dog dig a hole? Dirt is thrown everywhere, so don't just have a plain little spot right here of just dirt, okay? Make sure you get dirt everywhere. All these little pieces here, you can throw them wherever. What you don't want is just a circle of dirt, and I've seen it plenty of times. Their dirt pattern is right there. If it doesn't look natural, like it fits in, that cow, that's gonna be like a block to him. He's not gonna step inside something that looks off, okay? A bait, don't be stingy with a bait. Put a big, nice chunk of bait in there on your lure, gland lure. Usually about the size of a bean is enough for a lure. I'm gonna put that, make sure that goes all the way to the back, and I'm gonna put just a little bit right on the lip. So when he comes up, he can smell, maybe even lick, taste that, and he'll know what's in the bottom, and he'll want the rest of it, and he'll have to move his feet around to dig it out. And that's it on the dirt hole. I always try to, if I got any nail imprints or anything like that, just to smooth it out.